Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be creating this very like high fashion glam bronze look. Bronze and gold, I guess. This is the Mothership Sublime Bronze Ambition palette. Mine fell apart because I use it so much. This is part of the 3 small palettes, Livion Rose, this one, and then Platinum Bronze. I believe those are the 3. They're smaller 6-pan shadows. Pretty bomb. This is the one that I use. If you've been following me, or if you follow me on Instagram, then you've probably seen the work that I've been doing for Pat McGrath, and I've received so many requests on all of those photos to like create a look using one of the palettes, and I think Bronze Ambition was the most popular, so I did it for you. I absolutely love the way this look turned out. It looks very like, I don't know, I just feel like Egyptian or something. I don't know, it doesn't matter. All right guys, before we get into it, as always, if you do like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm uploading. I'm trying to do it more often. I slipped a little bit there. I was doing really well. And I slipped a little bit there and I'm trying to get back into it, all right? So don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for you. All right guys, if you want to see how I created this look, keep watching. Okay, so I already have my base on. I did foundation, concealer, and I did like a little bit of cream contouring, obviously brows, and I did set my lids. So I used just a little bit of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and then set with a little bit of this Marc Jacobs powder. Just a small amount. That's going to be my base for the shadow. I didn't set anywhere else on my face because if I do get fallout, I want to make sure that I can go back in and like get rid of it or go in and like fix concealer or any areas before I use any powders. I really didn't want to bake. I hate baking. It just makes my skin look like dry and tired and cakey and gross, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm also experimenting with some color correctors underneath my eyes, so if it looks a little bit orange, like along my lower lash line, I'm not sick or dying or anything like that. It's just a little bit of peach corrector. All right, so I'm going to be using the, I almost called this, yeah, Bronze Ambition palette. I almost called this Platinum Bronze. I get those two mixed up. So these are the smaller Pat McGrath palettes. They are really incredible. I know that I haven't done a review of any of the products yet, but I have to say the eyeshadow palettes, as expensive as they are, and these ones are a little bit more affordable, they're a work of art. Everything about them is a work of art. So I'll talk about that a little bit later. I have had mine for a little while, so it actually fell apart. So I'm just gonna open it up like that. All right, so I'm going to be starting off with Throwing Shade. It's this nice, like caramely medium shade. I mean, for me right now, because I'm very, very fair, it's pretty dark to use as a transition shade, but that's what I'm gonna start off with. They blend really easily, so I'm not that worried about it. And I'm going to be using the Morphe R39 brush to start off. So I'm always tapping off my brush. I'm really gonna try not to get fallout since I do have like the majority of my face makeup on already. And I'm going to be placing this in my crease to begin with. I mean, you can see how like that shadow is so pigmented, but it blends so beautifully. So I'm placing the color where I want it, and then I can just like buff out whatever is left over on the brush. And it just blends so perfectly into that translucent powder that I use to set my lids. And I do wanna create a wash going all the way up to my brows. So now I'm taking whatever's left over and I'm pressing a little bit harder and then buffing it right to that brow. So I'm gonna slowly start creating kind of like a wash of color. Ooh, I like the way that looks right there. Doesn't that look nice? Oh, I kind of wish I was doing like that now. I'm starting to rethink this look. We've already committed, we've committed. I can't change my mind now. I swear, like when you're blending your crease, both sides like never look the same. So I'm gonna be bringing it up into like this area, but I'm not gonna be bringing it down any farther than that. You wanna make sure that you're looking down into a mirror so that you're keeping your eyelids as flat as possible so you can see like the whole canvas. And make sure that you stop and kind of like look from far away, look up close, make sure that you're blending correctly. You wanna make sure that you're stepping away from your work. You don't wanna blend like super up close, and then when you step back, it looks like crazy. I kind of want to soften what's happening in here just a little bit because it got a little bit dark quickly. So I'm just going to take the planes. I'm going to take my Morphe M433 brush and I'm going to take a little bit of the new what is this called? Marc Jacobs Finish Line powder. Soften this area a little bit. Translucent powder is a must-have. All right, I'm going to pick up a little bit more Throwing Shade. Continue to build that up. So you always want to make sure that you're placing the product where you want the most of it, the most payoff to be first. Then whatever's left over on the brush, you can kind of take it out into the other areas. I don't know what it is, but like as soon as you start placing, I look crazy right now because I don't have, I look gross. Because it's a very high fashion eyeshadow look, so not having with my dark circles popping, it's not great. Not super attractive, but I promise it'll look cool. But as soon as you start taking like a product, like a shadow up into the brow, like the inner part of the brow, it starts to look really high fashion. I don't know why. I think because it's very like alien looking, and I want to kind of deepen up that wash a little bit. All right, I'm gonna grab my Morphe M433 brush. So it's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit more like a MAC 217, and I'm gonna use this to start building that same shade up along the outer part of the lid. All right, so this is all one eyeshadow, so you can see how versatile that color is. Like you can really buff it out and create a wash, or you can build it up and like really create that contrast in the crease. I have created kind of like a harsh line here from the end of my eye to up to my brow. I'm not gonna touch that yet. I can soften that later on once I go in with all of my like powders and everything once I finish off the face. All right, so now to deepen up just some of that contrast, I wanna really deepen up the crease, make it like very intense. I'm gonna pick up Illicit, which it's a nice dark brown shade. It's got kind of like a gold reflect in it. And for this, I'm using my BH Cosmetics number 7 brush. This one's really dark, so I'm really tapping off my brush. I'm gonna be placing this, like concentrating it in the area of the crease. So I'm gonna start tapping it kind of around my eyeball so that I can get it exactly where I want it. Then I'm gonna go in with circular motions to buff it out. And then to make the blend between those two shades more seamless, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of Throwing Shade, and I'm gonna go right over top of that. All right, for the lid, I don't really know what I want to do, I'll be honest, because there's a lot of awesome colors in here, but I kind of want to go like really warm, but I also kind of want to go with that, and I also kind of want to use the gold. This is driving me insane. It's already a little better. See, I'm like gravitating towards these two. Oh God, I don't know, because I really like the light. Shit. All right, I'm gonna go into Gold Rush, and I'm gonna place this on my lid, and I don't know yet, I haven't decided, but I might dip into this guy or this guy. I don't know. And the first thing I'm gonna do is place this down with my finger. It's sort of like this, like pushing and pulling motion that really like activates that like foil. I'm gonna keep it kind of low so that I can blend with a brush afterwards. It's so foiled. Another nice thing about this is that it feels very lightweight on your eyes. It doesn't feel like really heavy. Most of the time when shadows have this much payoff, they contain a lot of oil, which makes them really heavy, and then it can also create a lot of fallout and creasing. I'm gonna blend around those edges just a little bit so we don't have any gaps. And then I want to intensify that even more. So I'm going to use a flat brush and spritz it with a little MAC Fix Plus. And you can see like what that does to it. It just literally makes it look like liquid metal. I'm gonna kind of mix Illicit and Throwing Shade on my little BH brush, and then I'm just gonna kind of like blend this area, just like a tiny bit. All right, before we do the lower lash line, I'm gonna finish off the rest of my face. I did get a little bit of fallout, just a tiny bit. There's like little specks I can see of gold and brown. So I'm gonna use this little brush by Delium Tools. This is the 788 brush. You can see it's kind of like got an angle to it. It's great for concealer. This is what I use to prime my lids, and I'm just gonna buff fallout out. All right, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of my Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand, and then set my eyes. And I'm spritzing my makeup brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus to bring a little hydration back. I sort of contoured my nose today. I'm in a transition phase right now with my makeup, okay? I'm like experimenting with a bunch of different things. I'm still relying a little bit more on the like reverse contour. So usually when I do these looks for Pat, I don't set my under eyes. I just do concealer because it's like a high fashion thing, and like I'm not gonna be wearing it all day long, obviously. And typically when I do those looks, I'm only doing one eye anyway. But that's just like not realistic for me anyway, wearing it throughout the day. So I am gonna be setting my under eyes. All right, and then to set the rest of my face, not really the rest, I guess just like my forehead and you know, around here, I'm gonna use that Marc Jacobs powder, and I'm gonna be applying that with my beauty blender. I mean my, whatever this is called, LC Cosmetics Makeup Sponge. Looks very nice. Oh wow, I really like that. Oh shit. We might have a new under eye setting powder. All right, and now that I have finished my under eye, I'm gonna grab some of that translucent powder again, the Marc Jacobs one, on a fluffy brush, tap it off, and then I'm just gonna kind of like buff around these edges because I want it to be more seamless with my skin. I'm just using like really small motions here, kind of buffing over that line. Let's see how like it just kind of softens that line compared to that. Just like slowly doing it. I did some contouring already with creams, but I'm gonna warm up my face a little bit more. I'm gonna be using, this is Tantastic by Marc Jacobs. I think this is part of their like coconut collection or something for summer, but I think Tantastic has been around, right? It was just in different packaging, so it's a little bit neutral for me. It smells like coconut. I don't really like coconut, but I'm gonna use this to bronze up my face a little bit more. And I'm gonna use the Hourglass. This has no name on it. This has no name on it, but I'm gonna use this guy. For blush, I'm gonna go in with my Benefit Gold Rush. All right, and then I'm gonna finish off my lower lash line before I highlight. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Throwing Shade. I'm gonna pack it along my lower lash line and then buff it out. I'm doing my brows a little differently today. I use the Kat Von D brow product. I'm kind of like into the unruly thing. And then using my MAC 239S brush, I'm gonna go in with Illicit closer to the lash line. And I'm gonna grab Gold Rush, and I'm gonna place this on the very inner part of the lower lash line. All right, and then to highlight the rest of my face, I'm gonna be using BECCA Moonstone, because I haven't used this in such a long time. I actually need to open up a new one, because it's getting a little crusty. I'm gonna set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. All right, for mascara, I'm going in with the Milk Makeup KUSH mascara. And for lashes, I'm going in with House of Lashes Iconic Lights. These are on their last legs, and I'm just gonna use them until they die. Doesn't that just look so lovely? I love this. These are the best lashes too, like they just, ugh. For lips, I'm gonna keep it nude. I am going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Pencil, and then I'm going to blend that out with my Nude Kate lipstick. This is my favorite nude lip combo. All right guys, so this is the finished look. It's very high fashion, very intense. I don't know if I'm gonna get looks when I go to the grocery store to pick up avocados, but I'm okay with it. I can't recommend these palettes enough. Honestly, all of them are bomb. I mean, here's the thing, they're expensive, all right? The packaging, like taking the quality of the product aside, because it is excellent, all of it, excellent. The quality of the packaging, the design of the packaging, everything about the logo, everything about it is a work of art. I think that if you are someone who absolutely loves makeup, like loves it, like you live for makeup, that these are, I mean, they're just something to like have in your collection. That's how I feel about it. They're obviously really expensive, but I mean, you know, you can work magic with them. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and all right guys, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.